Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, depending on what time you're watching this video. This is your boy Ed FX Trader. This is part 3 of our Simple Forex Strategy, where we're focusing on the stochastic indicator. Okay, but this particular indicator and this particular strategy uses multiple time frames. So if you have not watched part 1 and part 2 of this series, I'm going to ask you to do that before watching this particular video. So in this video, as I made mention before, I'm going to be focusing on the nuances of the system of this strategy. Okay, now we know that we're going to look to buy if both the weekly and the daily stochastic is in the buy zone, and we know that we're going to look to sell if they are in the sell zone, and we're executing our trades on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so that is what we are on. Now I made mention to you before that you just want an indicator that you are able to use, right? So I have an indicator on my screen that when it changes to red, it tells me that the momentum is down, so I should be looking to sell, and when it changes to blue, the momentum is up and I should look to buy. So in this video now, we're going to look at the nuances of the system, or the exceptions to this strategy. And what we want to be focusing on is this example right here. So I'm on the pound Australian dollar. Now I taught you that how this system works is that when both the weekly and the daily are in the same zone, we are going to look to trade accordingly. So in this example, you see here that both the weekly and the daily, they are in the buy zone. Okay, now our focus is going to be looking to buy, but as you can obviously see, this market has been going down. So how is it that we can be looking to buy? How is it that we can still participate in this sell trade? Okay, because this is a lot of pips that we could be missing out on. So if we only focus on buying, our buying opportunity only really came right here, and the market just went up, let's just say 480 pips. Okay, but the majority of the move has been downwards, right? But our system is telling us that our focus should be on buying. So how could we, is it possible that we could have still catch some of this move, okay, on the way down, because this is a lot of pips on the way down? Is there a way that we could still, how could we have avoided this? Instead of being there sitting and waiting for the buy trade, which never really came, could we have been selling instead? Okay, now the concept of this strategy is that we can find direction confidently by looking at the weekly stochastic indicator. That is, if the weekly stochastic is in the buy zone, right, then the market will look to go up, and if it is in the sell zone, the market is going to look to go down, right? The exception, I want you to pay attention to this, the exception to this is that if the market is in a strong trend, it will continue in that direction before respecting the weekly stochastic indicator. So this is a prime example of that. This market has been in a strong downward trend, and so even though the weekly stochastic is in the buy zone, this market has just still been going down and been going down and been going down. Okay, so how could we have still participated in this move? What is it that we could have done? Now, this is how I will put it. To every there's no perfect trading strategy. So that's the first thing. You have to bind yourself to a strategy and then know the ins and outs, when it works, when it does not work, because there's no one strategy that fits all conditions. Okay? Now, if you had caught the move on the way down when the indicators had lined up back here, right, then your focus would have been selling, right? So you'd have been selling when the market gave you the sell in this region, and then you'd have been selling here. Okay, so that's how you could have participated in the downward move. Now, as it relates to looking for the buy trade, I want you to observe something. Okay, if the market is in a strong trend, then it will not respect the weakest stochastic and start to go up, which is what we're seeing here. Okay, so how could we have known, or how could we have still participated and continue to sell? Because we know our strategy says that in this case we'd have been selling the market until the weakest stochastic, right, which is this red line here, enters into the buy zone. So we want to focus on selling, right, when it is in the sell zone, and we stop selling when it reaches the buy zone, and then we switch our focus and from selling to buying. So is it that we could, prevent all of this or remain in the trade? Okay, so what I've discovered about this system, right, I want you to pay attention to this. If after you have been given a buy or sell setup, so in this example, we will be focusing here on buying the market, okay? And we will not start buy the market until this indicator changes to blue. When you are right here and you are looking for the buy, okay? If you are looking for the buy setup, and the weekly stochastic does not begin to move up in this example, okay, from week to week, right, then the trend has not changed and the market will continue to move in its direction. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to give you this example. So back here, our focus will be on selling. And so let's say that we got in right here. Notice this is the weekly time frame, right? So from one dotted vertical line here to this one here, that represents a week. Notice that when the market went down from the beginning of this week to the beginning of the following week, the stochastic oscillator also went down. Okay? So from 1 week to the next, you are also seeing the weakest stochastic moving downwards. Then we go from this week to the beginning of this week. What do we notice? The weakest stochastic is also moving down. Okay? Then it flatlined, right? And this is now where we'd have stopped selling and be looking to buy, right? Now, we'll look at what happened when we got our buy opportunity. So we are waiting to buy, we're waiting to buy, we're waiting to buy. Finally, the indicator changes blue, and we begin to buy. The week came to an end here. But look at the stochastic, the weakest stochastic. There is no upward move on the weakest stochastic. This is what tells us that the trend direction is still down, right? It has not changed, right? If this market begins to move up, then from week to week, the weekly stochastic will also move up. If the weekly stochastic is not moving up in any way, shape, or form, right, we are still going down. Notice from this week to this week, it remained down. No upward, no buying was given. And once you begin to see that happening, then you begin to continue to sell. You stay with the current trend, which is in this case to sell. Okay, all of this I'm going to write out in the description. Okay, but it doesn't mean, because we have already proven that the system works. This strategy works. The multiple time frame stochastic works. But as I needed to be fair was to also show the drawback or the nuances, right, of when the system will not work. Okay? Does it mean that we are no longer looking for the buy? We are still going to look for the buy because we know that it works. Okay? History have proven when they lined up over here, we got the sell. We had to wait for it, but nonetheless the sell came. Back here, when they lined up, right, back here, when they lined up, our focus on buying. And look at what happened. The market went up, and it went up. And the upward move started to happen, and it continued to happen, going up, going up, going up, going up, right? And we will look to buy until the weekly stochastic reach the buy zone. So we know that the strategy works. We know that this trading strategy works. Okay? So, when are we going to get the buy? I don't know. You know, none of us can predict everything that the market will do. But you have to believe in your strategy. And I want you to believe in this strategy. Now, if you have some technical analysis skills, I want to show you something with this, what is happening right now. So I'm going to remove this. You don't really need to have all the technical analysis done. But if you have some knowledge about analyzing the market, I want to show you something, right? Where we are at and what has been happening. This market, let me go to the monthly time frame, has been operating in a channel. All of this move has been a channel. Okay? This pair has just been operating like this in a channel. And right now, we are at the bottom of the channel. Okay? When the market comes to the bottom, it goes up. Right? We are going to anticipate it to go up. When the market reaches the top of the channel, history has proven that it goes down. When it touches or comes near to, it goes down. Okay? So right now, all that this market is doing over the last several years is to respect this channel. Right now, we are at the channel support. Can the market break through the support? Absolutely. That is why we're not going to jump in the market buying, because if it wants to break through and continue downwards, it can do so. Right? The market can do whatever the market wants to do, and the market will always be right. Okay? But we are going to expect, right, the support to hold. But we're going to wait for the confirmation. So, what is it that we're going to wait for? We're going to still hold ourselves to the strategy. Okay? We are going to hold ourselves to the fact that the weekly stochastic, okay, the weekly stochastic is in the buy zone. The daily stochastic is in the buy zone. And then we will go to our 4-hour time frame. We are at channel support, and we are going to wait until this changes to blue. And when it changes to blue, we are going to look to buy. Okay? So be patient. Okay? For those who have been selling it, excellent job. For those waiting for the buy, wait for the buy. Okay? This is going to provide a very, very strong move up. Okay? All right? And I am going to specifically be targeting around this area here. Okay? I'm going to take profit several times along the way, but I'm going to buy this market back up to here. Okay? This market is due a correction. There's no doubt about that. If you know anything about the forex market, it is due a correction. If you look on the weekly time frame, this has just been going down. This has just been going down. Okay? It is going to run out of steam on its downward move, and it is going to give us the buy trade. We have to be patient and wait for the buy trade. But I wanted to point out that to you. Okay? If the weekly, so let me repeat. If the weekly stochastic is not also moving up, okay, then it means that the market is in a strong trend and it's going to maintain its current trend. So in this example, though there was a buy here, notice that the weekly stochastic never moved, never begin to move upwards. And once you see that and it just remains flat, it means that it's going to continue in its current trend. Okay, so we want to be patient. Don't forget about this trading opportunity. Okay, the indicator I've provided in my Telegram channel, right? I'm going to write out in the description below this video, right? This important point to note and this exception to the strategy. Okay, so those are the things that I want you to look out for. Okay, so this is Ed FX Trader. If you have any questions, any comments, just you know what to do. Put them in the comment section and I will respond to them. Have a great day, traders.